Harbor jumbo lump crab cakes. The Fire Island salmon is the one that actually turned me on to eating fish for the very first time, but this is still one of my favorite items that Egg Harbor does and that we bring to our QVC guests or guests all around the world are these crab cakes because they're just so sweet, so succulent, and it's really just such a special treat.
Well, I think that you think they're so special because they're actually filled with crab.
Right.
So crab cakes, again, it's a simple item that we all know what they are. We can buy them in our grocery store. We can find them on menus, but oftentimes we are disappointed. At least I know we have been, which led to the creation of the jumbo lump crab cake. I just wanted to have a crab cake available that was delicate in flavor and actually had crab meat in it.
Absolutely.
So we're starting with some really simple, clean ingredients. When you get your box at home and you read those ingredients, you'll recognize all of them. So we're starting with fresh eggs, a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of Dijon mustard, some lemon juice, breadcrumbs just to simply hold it together, and then some seasonings. So that's all folded together. And then last, we add the jumbo lump crab meat. And the reason that we're adding it last is to prevent as much breakage as we possibly can so that you're getting those nice big lumps of crab meat throughout it. So they're added in last, folded in, and then these are made in small boutique batches by hand. So think about that. A lot of times crab cakes are made in the factory with an ice cream scoop, I like to call it. So this is
like a hamburger machine usually, just stamps them out.
Exactly. So these are made in small batches by hand, again, eliminating as much of that breakage as possible. I mean, you're getting an individually packaged and blast frozen crab cake that looks like this. And I'm going to fork through.
Right. So while you do that, Brittany, I'm going to take everybody through. It's our item number M83151, our Egg Harbor 10 4-ounce jumbo lump crab cakes. They're available on 4 easy payments of just $30.61. They're going to have free shipping and handling, and they're also available for auto delivery. So now I know with the price of crab going through the roof as it has over really the last 5 or 6 years, I highly recommend jumping on that auto delivery option, and as well as our 4 easy payment option is going to go away at the end of the day today.
So look at that. That is just filled with crab meat. The entire thing is nothing but those delicate ingredients that are just holding that crab meat together, and it's giving a really sweet flavor profile, but there is so little filling. I almost just want to call it like binding, because it's just binding the crab meat together.
To hold it together, right?
Exactly.
Versus a lot of crab cakes that you eat when you go to the grocery store, or even a lot of steakhouses or seafood places, right? They fill them with filler because of the cost. They don't want to take all the time and all that cost to put all jumbo lump crab meat throughout that crab cake because it's expensive, right?
Exactly.
They're looking to ways to, make a profit, and they're struggling to do that. So they don't necessarily take all the care and all that time like we've done here to bring you this great jumbo lump crab cake with all that wonderful meat. And you can see how delicate this meat is, Brittany, as you kind of flake through there or go through there with the fork. It does fall apart very, very easy, right? Because it's just so tender and so soft. So that is why we also top these cakes at the end with that great jumbo lump crab meat as well.
Exactly. But there is just so much crab meat in these crab cakes that I think it's important to show you that I use this as a lot of bases in some dishes that otherwise would be really time consuming. One of which is being crab dip, one of Ray's favorites. So what I do is I just take a couple of the crab cakes and then defrost them, put them in a bowl before they're ever even cooked, and then you can use your favorite recipe, or I think I have it on that card as well.
It's actually the baked crab dip. It's right on the back, and I'm also going to give you that crab bruschetta option as well.
Yep. So simple ingredients, just a little bit of mayonnaise, just a little bit of the sour cream, and then the cheese. And Ray, I'm going to have you mix this.
Sure.
And I'll go over to the oven and pull out the finished one, aka the TV magic one.
Right. So the one I cannot wait to eat because it smells so good in here.
So you can just put that in there.
I will do that.
And then I'll come over here and grab the finished product.
So Brittany, again, you're going to get 10 of these. They're very large. I mean, these are not small cakes. These are 4 ounces. If you've ever gone somewhere and had a traditional crab cake, they're usually like 2.5 to 3 ounces in size. I'll get that out of your way for you.
Okay, so this comes out looking just like this. Just enough to get that cheese really bubbly and crisp on the top, and
Right.
then you can serve it with, you know, vegetables, celery, carrots, chips like I have right here. I know you're going to dive into that in a moment.
How
I'm
can
going to
you
go
not?
ahead and put it down. So look at that.
It is
Isn't that beautiful? But there's, again, I do that to just show that there is so much crab meat in these items that this can actually not only be used as your center of the plate,
Right.
if you're practicing Lent right now, Fish Friday, but this can be a base in some of your favorite options for when you're having guests over.
I'm going to try. Smells too good not to.
There we go. I know, I kind of want to eat mine too. But I don't know if this is a TV bite.
Just use a fork and dig
that
in
was
if you
good.
like. It is so good.
It's dinner time, and we've been here
it's
for
so tasty.
over an hour, so of course we're hungry. We can't go long without eating. All right, and then another option that I want to show everybody that I think is really special if you're practicing Easter coming up.
Absolutely.
And you do Easter brunch instead of Easter dinner, or maybe you do both. This is one of my favorites too. So, Ray, I'm going to put this in front of you. So this is the crab cakes, and they're over an English muffin. And then you're going to put a mixture of eggs and milk
Okay.
over top. This is eggs and that whole milk aspect. And then everybody's favorite, or at least my favorite,
Some cheese.
the cheese. So this is like a crab cake casserole, but a little bit more fancy.
Right. And with, we are in Lent. If you want to have a great kind of Sunday brunch, Sunday breakfast option, this is just a great way to do it. Take these egg harbor jumbo lump crab cake, get your casserole dish out, and really have, I think, something that's so special that is going to just please your entire family.
So I've got the
we have one
finished
done?
product coming out right now.
Great.
And this is
I will
so
switch places with you.
pretty. Okay, so look at this guy. That's the crab cakes, the egg mixture, and then of course the cheese, giving it that beautiful looking casserole. I even hate to call it a casserole because it's just too pretty.
That is not a casserole. Brittany, how long did that take?
So those crab cakes were raw, so that took 30 minutes.
Wow.
Just baking on 350 in the oven, 30 minutes, and you have something really pretty to put out for Easter.
Right, and it's so special. I mean, what a great alternative for brunch versus just eggs in a dish.
Exactly.
Right? You want to have something really special
You could do
for your
Benedict
family.
with these, but just look how pretty that is.
Oh, that is beautiful.
And that's utilizing.
And so easy, because
And
all you did was
so
open
easy.
6 crab cakes. And I mean, this is not going to just feed 6 people. This could easily feed probably 12 people. You cut those crab cakes
Oh,
in
you
half.
could cut them in half. You could break it up. I mean, really, make it you. This is not something that you have to follow, to a T.
Right.
A lot of the recipes that I make are things that I just throw together. I'm not culinary trained, and I certainly don't like being in the kitchen for extended periods of
Right.
time. But
No.
I do want to have something that I feel good about, and finding, a crab cake recipe that was filled with crab meat and filled with jumbo lump crab meat, and then ingredients that we all recognize and understand,
Right.
to just pull it together to have a sweet crab cake. Again, versatility. We really try to choose products that there's a lot that you can do with. And this crab cake can be a great lunch option, center of the plate, surf and turf. It's the base in those recipes that
Right.
I showed you. If you are saying, oh, they're a little big for me, when you defrost it, take it out and make your own, make 2 crab cakes out of
Absolutely.
it, and then cook them that way. There's just, the versatility is really there.
Right.
These can be pan sauteed, they can be baked in your oven, and they can also be put in your air fryer.
Right.
All you are cooking them yourself.
You are. And Brittany, I know we showed people lots of great ways to use them, right, as the crab dip or as the casserole. But don't lose sight. This is just incredible crab cake as it is by itself.
Oh,
So if you want to
absolutely.
pair it with like a Rastelli 2-ounce medallion, a filet mignon medallion, and have a great surf and turf, this is a truly special center of the plate seafood entree. So it's great just that way, but it's also great in all these other ways that Brittany recommends using it. So we're going to take you through that one more time. It's our Egg Harbor 10 4-ounce jumbo lump crab cakes, item number M83151. It's available on easy payments, for just $30.61. It's also available on auto delivery, and you're going to have free shipping and handling, as is with all of the wonderful food items here during this hour. So We are going to move on, Brittany, to last but not least, our Egg Harbor